Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be a Raid Shadow Legends video. So in today's video, I want to talk a little bit about the fusion, Timit the Fool, which I believe to be one of the worst, if not actually the worst fusions that we've ever had. And the reason for that is, well, he seems kind of underwhelming. Like, I already went through his kit, but let's look again. His A1 can heal himself on each of the hits. Also, if there's no active buffs, he fills his own turn meter. So, you know, pretty decent A1. A2, it's an AoE hit that decreases duration of buffs by 3 turns, which, again, there's very few places where this can happen. I'm not going to try and talk about the version where he's with Kaja the Rye. I'm just going to do a simple damage test, okay? So this one's basically an AoE, and this one, I guess we're going to ignore because most of the time, I'm not sure you're going to use him with this. If you want him to hit, you're not going to have too much accuracy. And then on the A3, again, an AoE hit, and it also places an increased accuracy for all allies, also places True Fear on all enemies for 1 turn. So this could be pretty interesting control. And then on the passive, whenever an enemy skill successfully activates while they are under Fear or True Fear, he will fill his own turn meter. And then if they does not activate because they're under Fear, so it's basically if the Fear procs, places Provoke. But this one only happens with Kaja the Rye. So again, we're going to ignore. This one's just going to be like, okay, he's going to gain some more turn meter, so maybe he rotates through his skills faster. But what I want to show today is a little bit of a damage test that I tried to do. And I guess the best one to compare with, from my point of view, is going to be against Magnarr, okay? Eternal Evolution is one of the best games that I have ever played out there, and I'm quite sure tons of you are still playing this game as of today. And because of that, I have paired with Aptoy to bring you something amazing, and that is cashback on every single one of your purchases that starts at a 5% extra for each in-game purchase, but it can go up to 20%. So let me just show you exactly how you can do this and you can grab your free stuff today. So first step, let's talk about installing it. So you have to go onto Chrome, use the link that I have in the description and pin comment, post that on one of your emulator or devices, then download the AppToy app. So that's the first thing, you want to download the AppToy app. After you install that, then use the same link again and go and download Eternal Evolution through the AppToy app. After you have installed Eternal Evolution, make sure you don't open the game yet, but you go to your Play stores and install the AppCoins Wallet, okay? This is something that you need when you're gonna do your purchases in order for you to get all of that cash back, okay? After you launch your wallet, you're gonna go to rewards and you're gonna see that you have a promo code where you have to introduce this one over here in order to get 5% extra bonuses for all your purchases in Eternal Evolution. Then if you scroll down, it's gonna show you all the purchase that you've done it right. Now if you go in game and try and do a purchase, you're gonna see that for this 101, we're gonna get almost $20 back. So that is something massive that you definitely want to take advantage of. Magnarr is an epic champion, which, you know, it's a lot easier to get than the fusion, I suppose. And it's all about this A2 that if it hits twice, it can hit pretty hard, you know. So what I'm gonna do first is we're gonna go first and have a look at the damage. I went on just stage 23 because I guess this is the most relatable one because it's void. You know, they're all gonna hit the same. So I'm gonna have Magnarr, I'm gonna have just Arbiter to boost us because the problem with HP based nukers is you cannot boost their HP, okay? So it's like you're not gonna be able to increase their damage only by having decreased defense weaken on the enemies. So that's why I just have these 3 and that's about it. I'm not gonna bring, you know, bad Alcazars and everything or like Garptak, just these 3. So let's have a quick look, see exactly how it looks. So we boost with Arbiter, we place decreased defense with Lydia, and now let's have a look Magnarr's hits. Let's see if you can see. Okay, 85 to 73. So it's an average of 150k per hit. Okay, let's do that again because I have Helm Smasher and you know, there might be some differences because of that. Okay, decreased defense weaken. Now let's slow it down. Let's look again. So again, like 100k to like, so around 150 to 180k. That's what Magnarr does, but it doesn't quite clear the waves, okay, for something like this. So that's just Magnarr. Let's have a quick look exactly on the stats that Magnarr has. So he has, I just built him with Savage and Cruel, plus I gave them Helm Smashers, you know, to try and get as much damage, and then the usual standard masteries that can give him more damage on his head. And I guess that's Magnarr, and this one's on a 3-turn cooldown. So we saw the damage. Now, let me just swap over. Oh yeah, let me show you the stats actually. So he's running at 258 crit damage, 96k HP, okay, and the speed Don't really care about the speed because, you know, it's mostly about the damage. They're not going to be perfectly one-to-one, I guess, stats, but, you know, just showing you a little bit what I have on them with HP. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take all of the gear that I have on Magnarr, okay, and I'm just going to put it on Timit and see exactly how big of a difference it's going to be. So, same thing over here. Then we're gonna take the Savage pieces, which again, they're pretty good pieces. Like I tried to look, because it's on a test server, it's not perfectly min-maxed, you know, it's not as easy to perfectly get the best gear on somebody manually as it is to do it, you know, with the optimizer. That helps us a lot. I got lazy, I guess, and I got used more to doing that with the optimizer. But if we swap over to Timit, you're gonna see, okay, he has the same, almost the same crit damage, just the HP is gonna be a bit higher. The speed is a bit lower because of the banner, I suppose. But the crit damage the same, the HP is gonna be higher because he has a higher base, okay? He has 22k, while Magnarr has like 21k, okay? So now, let me show you exactly. So same masteries, okay, almost same master, just gave him a little bit more down the accuracy tree to try and take advantage of this True Fear proc. But the thing is, if we see at the books on A3 and A2, it does not influence with anything the damage. So, you know, I didn't even book him. I wanted to leave it like this. So let's go back. Maybe I should have done the A3 and A2 with Magnarr as well. But yeah, A3 and A1, but I guess let's just look like this. Okay, I know I do not have enough gear, I just need some stuff in there. So now we're gonna use him, and I guess we're gonna use him as the lead to give us more accuracy, because that might help. Now let's have a look at what damage he does, okay? So, same principle, let's boost our turn meter. I'm not bringing Arbiter because increased attack helps. It's just because it boosts the turn meter. And then decrease defense and weaken. Let's see, okay, landed on everyone, now slow it down. So the way that I'm thinking you would use this one, you would go with the A2 first, because, well, this one's gonna get you an extra turn on waves like this because they have no buff. So the A2 hits 4, so around 70 to 100k. So kind of similar to one of Magnarr's hits. And then he'll come back to the A3. This is another AoE hit, it puts increased accuracy and also places True Fear. And this one hits 4. Let's see. So kind of similar. So the damage compared to Magnarr is kind of similar from what I'm seeing. Let me run it again. Let me just run it again to see, because it's like, you know, maybe Magnarr is a little bit better, but again, Magnarr gets the benefit from books on his A3. He gets a little bit more damage. So let's go A2 again. Yep, so around 80, 90k, around the, you know, 80 to 100k max. And then the A3, another hit. And again, like somewhere around 80k. So the damage seemed a little bit similar, but I guess what he would bring for something like this is a little bit of control with the True Fears. And the reason why I'm saying that is, well, it can help a bit if you're a progressing account. So this is the only reason why I would see him be good as a progressing account. Because apart from that, he's nowhere near as good as a defense-based nuker or as an attack-based nuker when it comes to other areas. But I guess you do have the benefit of the fact that, let's say we would book him, well, he would come back to the A2 and A3 a little bit faster, and I guess he could be decent enough already. So he does the A2, then the A3 True Fears. So he might actually be not so bad. Again, for a progressing account. For an endgame account, I'm not sure. I might just test him in Hydra a little bit to see, but I'm not sure it's his best place. The thing is, they don't do enough damage to clear a wave, so that's kind of the not good enough part. Plus, for a progressing account, they might not have the same stats that I showed, okay? They might not have the same Savage plus Cruel to show on him, so it might not be as good, but because of the control, he could be helpful, you know. I could see this be helpful. Like maybe we didn't have somebody like a Lydian here and we just have a straight up decreased defense champion. That could be interesting. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think he's still worth it for the sake of his nuking capabilities? Like I said, he does roughly the same amount of damage compared to a Magnarr, which is an epic and is arguably one of the best references ones. I don't know. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments below. Do you think that damage is enough to, you know, work on him to have for a progressing account, and then maybe after that you're gonna specialize him? Like the way that I'm seeing him is because he has the double AoEs, he could be a really good specialist for Doom Tower waves. You know, if you don't have the Seers, the Poison Explosion, the stuff like that, he could come in, he would do one AoE in a stun set, then he would come with the second AoE as well. So, you know, 2 chances of actually placing those stuns, but he also brings that True Fear. And because he boosts his own accuracy, you know, and everybody else is in the team, and he has the accuracy lead, he might actually be good. I cannot believe I'm saying this, but for a progressing account, Timit the Fool might actually be good. And, you know, I might change my mind and I might actually go for him on the main account, or I might just have to test him on Hydra. Because the thing is, the way that I would see him, for example, on Hydra is he might be somebody with using a curse set, okay? Again, he has double AoEs, so this means you have 2 chances of always placing those curse sets, and because he gains an extra turn on this one, if we book this to a 4-turn cooldown, this one's gonna go down then to a 3. You do this hit, then you also have the A1 that boosts his turn meter if there are no active buffs. And he might actually, I don't know, he might actually be interesting. I guess I'm gonna have to test him in Hydra. But when it comes to the damage test, I guess I could say he passes the test because he does it around the same damage as Magnarr, but he's also bringing the True Fear. And again, I did not book him. So I would not necessarily, I would say maybe not book him, but again, he uses 2 books here, 4 in total, 8. So if you get lucky and you just don't book on the A1 and throw 4 books into him, he might be a good control champion for waves that could also bring some damage. So I cannot believe I'm saying this, but maybe it's worth it to go for Timit the Fool as a progressing, progression champion. If you're endgame, definitely don't care about him. Maybe it could be interesting stuff with, if you have Kadra Dorai as well, but what are the odds? You know, what are the odds? But anyway, I guess this is gonna be it for the video today, guys. As always, if you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.